Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the first edition of this season's podcast as the Spheroid bounces. Really happy to be back. We upped the production level a lot this year, as you can see. Shout out to my friend Matt for doing a lot of the graphics that I had made for this. Really looking forward to having guests on throughout the year. I have a lot of plans for what we can and can't do this year. Um, the goal for this is to kind of turn it into maybe even like a weekly, bi-weekly recap show as we go along. And as many of you know, before the seasons, I always do manager interviews. This year, I figured why not stream them and bring them to Twitch live here. So that's what we're going to do, at least in the preseason here and the lead up to the year. And joining me here for the first time as the first guests on the stream are the two managers of the new team in the BDSL, already in championship because of how weird this and last year have been. But I'm really excited to have them aboard. We have Colin, Archibald, and Ralph Grizanti. Hey guys, thanks for joining me here today.
Thanks
Thank you
for
for
having us.
having us.
So, coming into this season, you guys did get the nod up to championship, despite that kind of being a little bit different, a little bit unusual. What were your guys' initial thoughts for that? I knew you guys were up for the challenge, but to get that call and to go right into it like that, what did that mean for you guys?
You want to take it, Ralph?
Honestly, yeah, you go, Colin.
No, it was definitely exciting. And I mean, it was a bit sad last season when the BDSL season got canceled, because obviously we had planned on getting promoted to championship this year through that. But I don't know, like it was exciting, honestly. We sat there for months thinking about, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Talking with just different people around the league. And it definitely means a lot that we
And
got pushed
also
over.
too, and like also too, after like we ended up playing, like D1 level teams, it would have been really like unfortunate if we had to spend like another season in that division because like, we clearly like handled that challenge pretty well. And I think it was time for us to like to move up. So it was definitely exciting to get the nod of the championship. And
Did that change your guys' preparation level in terms for the season? I know, coming into the year in 2020, you guys had really been adamant on wanting to be in the highest possible division, and luckily you were able to get into D1. But I would say, as you move up the ladder, there are differences between both of the divisions. And D1 to D2, while not the biggest jump, there's certainly something to that. So, did that change the preparation in the year? How did you guys handle that in terms of your roster?
so Colin and I, we kind of have like we have like our short term plans, which were like our goals for like what we were going to do like for this upcoming season and like how we were going to like attack it. But then we also had like our long term plan, which is obviously to get into like Premier. So like it was another step forward. And now as we like got promoted in the championship, it kind of changed the way that like we went about like putting our roster like together and like the people that we did sign this year because it is another step up in competition. So just another step, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely, just having that in the championship title, it helped us get some players that I don't think we would
Mm-hmm.
have been able to get at D1, just because they don't want to play at that level. Um, and I mean, it's nice to have them and have people that will be with us throughout the years of the Bees.
Now, we talked a little bit about how the pandemic changed things from a league perspective and a little bit on how that worked for your team. But in terms of the play that you guys expect to face coming into the year, now obviously we've had a very large gap between any BDSL play, and what that will do to not just your own team, but to all teams in the league is still, up for debate. But I would say more often than not, you're going to see more slower teams come out of the gate because there hasn't been that ability to really prepare for a season as you would maybe normally in the BDSL. So what have you guys done to kind of get yourselves ready and kind of face that challenge of joining the championship, especially as a new team where maybe not your entire roster is familiar with each other?
Yeah, I think that one of the big advantages we have is having a team that's as young as we do. So even though people have had like X amount of time off, they're still physically able and willing and ready to do it. And I mean, on top of that, a lot of our players are collegiate athletes. So they're getting that training year round. And even though we haven't been able to play with each other, I think that's definitely going to have a big effect on just how we play at the beginning of the season.
Also, too, we've been playing indoor games with, like Jared, Will, me, and you, Colin. And like we've been playing sports flex all winter. And then
Mm.
like, yeah, like Colin said, the majority of our kids like are still playing. Or and if they're not playing like soccer, they're like active, like Hack's a male cheerleader at, freaking Syracuse. So like, he's like still fit. So I
Yeah.
definitely think that'll be an advantage for us in start of the season.
Now, indoor for me, it's always like a source of contention because some people say you can really uh, read things into that on how the season's going to go, but I don't necessarily think that's true. I think even if you have good indoor results, the difference just between even if you're playing say 11s at Salen's, like the difference between playing indoor versus outdoor is a lot. Um, and I've always viewed it as more of a way to either introduce new talent to your own team or to, take trial runs at players and just to kind of build, continuity. Is that kind of in line with how you guys have looked at indoor in terms of preparation, or do you see the results that you're having there and think that could lead to success, come BDSL Sundays?
No,
Uh,
I'm with you on this. Like it's completely different. Just I mean, even the mentality showing up on a Tuesday night to play a game at Sportsplex versus an actual game in the BDSL. And it's like the people we're playing are showing up with half of the people that they'd have on their team. We're playing with half of the people we'd have on our team. It really is like I think the biggest benefit for us hasn't even been like getting the players to connect in terms of on the field, but like building that camaraderie and relationship.
Yeah, I think that's really the view I take in indoor too, obviously. And like the results for me, I played last night out at Sportsplex, and we lost to I think it was the Willys team like 5-1. But for me, it's more important to like reintroduce yourself to your team and to your guys and kind of get off on a good start that way. Um, I am curious. You guys are first time managers in the league, um, but you have certainly played in the league before. Um, you were last on the Southtowns team back in 2019. Um, you know, Southtowns isn't in the league anymore. So I'm wondering
R.I.P.
like what lessons you may have learned from that club and brought with you here to the Bees, either good or bad within that. Um, because I think, that type of experience and then wanting to be a manager after that, is important. So I'm wondering what kind of, experience that puts you guys in here.
I think that playing for Southtowns, like my first year, our first year in the BDSL, was like so unique because it was the highest level of the BDSL, but we weren't very good, and it was again like the highest level in Premier, but we were just getting like ran through, and at not only like that, but we saw, like Phil and Will were like really the leaders on that team, and like we watched it kind of like fall apart. So I personally took a lot away from like from Phil, and like because Phil did so much stuff like, hold on, I'm trying to.
I mean, I know Phil. I know Phil as a guy and as a player, and those are two very different people, both on and off the field. I can kind of understand. I think if that's what you're kind of getting at there.
The passion that Phil had for football, and then for Southtowns and the players on his team. was something. It was really what I took away the most from it because that was like unmatched by anything that like I've ever seen. But we saw somebody like Phil who put all that time and all that like that passion into it, but it still was a failing result. So as much as we learned like what to do, because I saw Will like collecting money and the way like Will managed people like individually, and like I learned a lot from that. Will was very good at that. Phil was very good. Phil was pretty good at that as well at times, but at the end of the day, it was still like a failing effort. So we learned like just as much like what not to do as we learned like what to do. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah, for sure. The mentality that Phil had, it's honestly unrivaled by anyone I've ever met. Oh, that's nice.
We love
I
dogs.
can mute it.
No,
My
don't
dog's
worry.
awake for
We
a
love
while.
dogs here. Don't worry.
Okay. But yeah, so
Baxter.
the issue is he had that mentality, but the people surrounding him didn't. So that definitely shaped how we put our squad together. We wanted to make sure that everyone else on the team would be coming in with the same intensity that we do.
I think that's definitely a good takeaway. And like I said, in speaking just about Phil, I definitely would agree with you on that. Like I said, I played Willie's last night, so I got the full Phil experience pre and during and post game from him, so I know what that's all
I'm
about.
very. I'm also very excited to play against Phil because I've never done that.
Yeah, is that a cup possibility for you guys?
It most certainly is.
Right.
Willie's, yeah.
We'll talk. We could
Yeah.
just jump right into that next. I mean,
Seamless right there.
yeah, the
Seamless.
cup draw is out. Obviously, we'll get to your league ambitions in a minute. Some people have different goals when it comes to cup, especially if you're in the Teal Cup. It's there used to be a string of championship teams winning it season after season. That's kind of gone away over the past number of years. It's really been back to mainly Premier. Um, but
Wait, really?
yeah, there
Who's the
was
last championship team to win it?
I want to say it was Queenston, or it might have been
Ah,
Lackawanna FCY. Yeah, I know. I don't want to talk about Queenston too much, but there was like a string of maybe 3 or 4 years where it was only championship teams
Mhm.
consecutively winning it, but now it's kind of rotated back to Premier. Um, the draw is out. You guys had a chance to look at it. How do you guys feel about your little sector in the field? And based on that, like, is it an attainable goal in your opinion? Like, did you set like a benchmark for the round you want to make? What are your thoughts there?
Um, no, I mean, we definitely got a really good draw. And I remember Ralph and I, we were sitting on this couch together watching it. And when we saw that slot pop up, um, both of us were like, we want that one, obviously. And I mean, it's not disrespecting any of the people that we're going to have to play. It's just we're avoiding those big fish up until the semifinals.
yeah, no.
Yeah, no Bus, no Queenston, no Lackawanna, no Clarence, no Raiders. So we're definitely blessed in that way. And then I mean, say we make it there, play a good first couple rounds, and it's 90 minutes. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I mean, we opened up with Crimson, and we played them last year, and I'm sure they're a very different team and a lot better than we were last year. But I think we definitely got a good draw.
I wouldn't be too sure about that because you do have a team lurking called Ruse FC. I don't know if you heard about them. You might run into them in a later round, so just be aware. The Ruse like to make it to the quarterfinals and then get eliminated though. So I don't know where that matchup puts us, but
I'm pretty sure we'd be playing you in the
in the
quarterfinals.
quarters, oh, okay, then you're
Yeah.
then you're golden then. If we make it that far, we're just gonna bow out real quickly to you guys. Um, yeah, so let's go back to league play then. You know, again, first year as a full team in the league, um, bumped up from D1 to championship right away. Um, are you expected to play like, say, an underdog role? Where do you guys see yourself in the field of championship here? I know rosters aren't out yet, so you can't compare yourselves too much. But you do have some indoor play. You do know the other teams from prior playing experience in the league. How do you guys feel about the championship field this year and your prospects in it?
There's definitely a lot of like quality teams in the championship. So I mean, it's definitely not going to be like an easy walk or anything. But I think we really like our team this year, and I really like our chances of winning the league and getting promoted. And I think we got the enough quality and we have enough like depth on the roster to do it. But there's just so much that goes into putting together like a full season. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean like the thing that everyone plays for on the team, as much as we're out there to have fun, we're really out there to win. And everyone on the team, I think, believes that we can win championship and get promoted after this season. And it's going to take a lot of things going wrong to see the team at least mentally get away from that goal. Whether the physical side of it shows up is different, but yeah.
One thing you guys have touched on a couple times with your team and your composition is you guys seem to believe that attendance and like commitment levels aren't going to be questioned for you guys. I think for every team in the league, no matter the division, that's really a big important part of your success. You know, the more guys you have fully committed to the team and the cause, the better off your chances are. And the way you guys are talking, you don't expect that to be a problem at all coming into the season. It seems like. Am I wrong there?
Well,
No,
we have 22 players.
Hmm.
So even if something does pop up, I mean, we have 17, 18 kids that we feel like really good about putting into like our starting 11. So I think that's more so what we mean when we talk about like our depth. But yeah, but
yeah,
at
but
the
I
same
mean,
time though, you go, Colin.
yeah, I don't really think attendance is going to be an issue because people on the team, every single person loves soccer. Every single person loves the Bees. Anytime I see anybody that's on the team outside for at least 30 minutes, we're talking about the upcoming season.
Buzzing.
Um, yeah, no, we're buzzing. That's what it is. Um, but so they don't view it as, oh, I gotta go play a soccer game. It's I get to go play a soccer game. I get to hang out with my friends. We get to hopefully win. Um, so no, I don't think people are going to see it as a burden and have attendance issues.
I think, like I said before, that plays a huge role. And if you guys are able to maintain that, no matter almost the skill level, because you guys will certainly have it, I believe, in championship, it would be a huge boost to the team to have good commitment levels. I'm always a guy who, in the managers' meetings leading up to the year, is telling every team, get. I don't go to 22, but I usually am at 21,
Yeah,
20 at least. I always hate it when new teams only want to register 18 guys because they feel like playing time is a consideration. But it's a summer league. Everyone's gone on vacation, and injuries and this or that comes up during the year, and depth, especially at the championship level, I think is an important prospect. So it's good that you guys, in my opinion, took that view, and I think that will uh, pay off down the road for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, like coming back like full circle
Sure.
here. When we were with Southtowns, we had a game against like Pendleton, and I think if we won that game, we would have been like I don't know if we would have been safe, but we would have had a chance to be safe. And we showed up. We played with like 8 or 9 guys.
Yeah.
Like we never had a chance. So
Yeah, I mean I can count numerous teams who on paper I look at the roster and I'm like that's a really good team, and then whatever happens, they have a rough start to the season, something on the composition changes within the group, and all of a sudden they went from a really good team, but now they only have 10 guys, 11 guys, 13 guys showing up per game, and you kind of just get run off the pitch by a team with more than that. So I certainly understand that. There's more to building a roster than just putting the best 22 guys on a sheet of paper that you possibly can, I think. Um,
yeah,
mm,
Go ahead. You have one?
no.
Okay. So we talked about the Teal Cup draw being out. Your schedule's out too. Um, Now you're definitely not familiar with all the teams in the league, but you had some experience playing a couple of these. I'm gonna bring up the Salins Cup here. What was it like playing in that experience? You guys were able to win that tournament. I can't remember how the levels went. What was the
D
breakdown?
It was Premier, and then there were two Division
James
Ones.
Okay.
Jameson Seneca,
Yeah,
Were the two different?
uh,
All right.
yeah, and
which
then
was championship in D1.
Yeah, I think
pretty
one
much,
was
yeah.
definitely stronger than the other, if I remember right, right?
Yep.
And then the winners of the two divisions played each other in the championship. So it was us versus the Wolves
Okay.
in the cup final.
And like I
But
said, yeah,
Ralph,
you
we
guys were
didn't
able
play
to take
Crimson.
that home. So
Yeah, that game was wild. That was a
We
wild
didn't
time.
play
Like with
Crimson.
everything, like
no.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Didn't we
Oh,
play them in the league?
no, they were in the other division.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
I don't know.
Me.
See. I guess I kind of tuned out of the soccer ongoings, and people asked me if I was following it, and to be honest, I just didn't really for whatever reason. Um, but there were good and bad things I heard people say about the cup experience with Salins. I mean, personally, I was just happy people were able to go out and play some soccer. So like a win-win in my book there. But um, yeah, you guys were able to get some experience playing against those teams. So now that the championship schedule is out, um, looking at those games, is there like a certain team you're looking forward to play? One you guys circled on the calendar when that was released?
We played this one team under the lights. I think they're like the Kangaroos or something.
Hmm.
I'm excited to play them.
June 20th, right? I believe.
Yeah, I just did this still count as a teaser?
What's that? No, no, it's all out there
No,
now. So
it's all out there now.
yeah.
And you know
Um,
what, too? I think me personally, I'm looking forward to playing like the Wolves again, and
yeah.
just because of like everything that went in like around that game, you know, and I'm excited to play him again, and like so that this time it's just like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of stuff going around Twitter. And that was I don't know what the right word would be, but it was kind of disheartening to see that. Um, because like at the end of the day, we hadn't broken any rules, and it was we still put in all this effort, and then to have it sort of be discredited by a bunch of people, not a bunch, but a few, um, it was annoying. So I feel like both for us and the Wolves, both of us want revenge, I guess. So that'll be a good
Yeah,
match.
I think
that'll be a good game.
that game is Sunday, May 16th. Let's see if I can put the schedule up here for everyone. Yep, here we go. Um, yep, that's scheduled for you guys. The Wolves, May 16th, 4 p.m. And yeah, Ruse versus
And
Borussia is the 20th, 8 o'clock. Yeah. No Monday nights
decent
for you
chance.
guys. Are you guys happy about that? No Monday night football?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you don't. You would prefer to have avoided
I
it? Yeah.
wouldn't mind Monday night game. Honestly,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't mind.
I don't know. Honestly, Monday nights would probably be better than early Sundays.
Night games are fun.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys have two on the schedule that I see here. Another scheduling note, you are one of the teams who are making the trek down to Olean. Have you had any conversations about that away game yet, or no?
Yeah.
Ollie's pretty excited. He plays at
um,
Bonnie's.
Oh, you have a
yeah,
guy who plays on Bodies on the roster?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Oliver Wright. I think
Very
he's in
nice.
the chat actually, or maybe not.
I didn't see Ollie.
He's
I don't
not.
know. No, but yeah, it's gonna be a big carpool, or a bunch of carpools, because obviously no one wants to make that ride, but they're in the league. You got to do it. So
Maybe we could budget for a bus.
I should say
how much
that
would that
no one
cost?
has actually won a league game down there in Olean. They did lose in the cup tournament one time, but no one has taken an official point or 2 points off of them. I think they have like one tie and maybe two ties, and the rest are all wins down there. And from what I've been told by other teams who visit there, um, they do have like a community following there, and it is a pretty good attended game. So.
Oh,
I'm excited.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I make the trip down with my squad week 1, so I guess I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You think you're going to be able to get 11 to head out there?
I think so. I don't really see why we wouldn't be able to, but that can change very quickly, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so the league format changed a little bit, but not so much in championship. The big difference this year being if you win the division outright during the regular season, you gain one of the two automatic promotion spots. The second one goes to the winner of the championship game, or if the regular season champion also makes the championship game, the other semifinalists would. What are your guys' thoughts on that change in direction on the league? Do you think that puts a lot more emphasis on the regular season for you guys? Is it like a real goal to finish first, or is it still like an eye on playoffs and getting to the final more likely?
I, I don't think it changes much, honestly, because like we really just want to win like the league and the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't think that like changes it very much, in my eyes, at least. Colin, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, at least for me, it does place a little more importance on every single week. Because like the playoffs, who knows what happens? Like I said earlier about the Teal Cup, it's 90 minutes. It could be a rainy day and
Yeah.
balls just keep skipping past you and that. So yeah, it's like a little more fair to have it this way, just not as exciting. But
I think what we do have to share with the viewers today is a first look for you guys, right? You
Oh
guys have
yeah,
won one of the few teams to not release any jersey information just yet, and you guys were kind enough to share that with me here. So I'll throw that up on the screen here in a minute, and when that goes up, you guys want to tell me like inspiration for the jersey, the team name, any sort of thing like that for the listeners and viewers.
I feel like the jerseys were very bee-like, very fitting for the bees. And if you're outside of the bees, that might be like a little hard to understand. But I feel like the
the
jerseys
be
just
like,
fit. They're very bee-like, like it fits. You know what I mean? Like let's see, like with the stripes. I don't know. That
I,
thing
I
is
I
loaded
like
though.
them on the shoulder like that. I think that's a nice look.
Yeah, you know what? I'm curious to see is like so on the sleeve we have um the Mason Forever Foundation, which was like a charity to like send kids, or not a charity, like a scholarship thing for Mason. It
Hmm.
was made by his mom. Anyways, I'm curious to see like how it'll look with the stripes on the sleeve. I hope that works out.
Yeah, that's a good
oh
point.
yeah, you're
I see it
saying,
on there.
yeah, yeah.
But
You
No,
guys
yeah,
got
the
a lot of sponsors too. That's always good. Love seeing a lot of support for BDSL clubs by others.
yeah, we're
absolutely, with Safe
definitely.
Course, we had to
Mm,
lock it up. But I would like to take this chance to thank to our 13 viewers. Oh, good timing. I want to thank Nash O'Connor's. I want to thank Parco Building Supplies, which is actually our newest sponsor. They build pole barns. I want to thank R&R Garage Door. They do garage doors. And I would like to thank Jeff Williams at Niagara Apartments.
Very nice.
He
I
rents out apartments.
of these
So if
two
any of those things done,
of these two jerseys, I really love these black ones. I think these ones look really cool. So
yeah,
yeah, like vintage hot, like almost like I personally feel like '05 hockey jerseys. You know what I mean?
yeah,
yeah, I kind of get that vibe from it too,
yeah.
with like the underarm inserts there. That looks pretty slick, I think.
Thank you. I want to Bison Logo did a great job working with us. Like as we like just kept changing like our plan, adding more sponsors. Isn't Richard Fix there did a great job helping me and like working with me as well. So yeah, he's
Yeah, we
listening.
definitely got blessed from all our sponsors this year, making everything able. able to be played, especially with the safe course, that being an extra $35, keeping the
Yeah.
cost down.
Bush.
No one's happy about it. I gotta delay adding a guy until the middle of May now to accommodate for that. It's not too bad. At least he can play. But yeah, that rule has proved to be pretty annoying. Um, well, guys, I mean, I think I've covered pretty much everything I've had for you so far in the lead up to the season. Is there anything that we didn't touch on that you guys might want to bring up, whether it's league related or to your own squad?
I mean, Robbie wanted a shout out. He texted me like 5 times during this for it. So
Mm-hmm.
what's going on, Robbie?
Roll house.
What's that,
Uh,
Rob? What was that?
so what is I said Rollhouse,
Oh,
which
okay.
I'm sure Ali will appreciate. But what so I saw this on Twitter and
Mhm.
I don't think I was like there for when it started. What's your stance on the game ball? It's like, are people actually not for like having a team supply a game ball?
So I suppose by like league rules, it's always the home team that gets one. There's been a lot of questions on why the league doesn't supply them, and the simple fact of the matter is you're gonna lose them on me, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
big cost for the league to pay for those and then have them be lost and having to be replaced consistently. Uh, if you make the championship game, the league buys league balls, and the winners get to keep them
Oh,
for the
really?
for the game. And I would tell you, in my what now 4 years of being BDSL president, we've lost at least 3 to 4 balls from those championship games the day of. So, and I'm not talking like they kicked it over the fence and it's gone. I'm talking like the game's over, where did the ball go kind of situation.
Yeah.
So,
Eek.
um, with that in mind, I don't find it too necessary to supply it to you guys. The way I feel is if eventually one day we get to a scenario where all of the teams rent through the league for fields, and I can store them at, you know,
Huh?
Salen's or a
Mm,
place like that,
yep.
and they can be tracked a little bit easier, then, then we can have that discussion. But until that day arrives, no, you got to go buy your game ball and supply it, at least if you're the home team.
At least we're not playing on grass anymore. Am I right?
No grass fields for you
Yeah.
guys this year?
Never
I thought
been.
there was a, I thought there was a league-wide rule.
Just through May.
Yeah.
Just through May.
Oh,
So
Oh,
you're
dude,
allowed
if we
to.
have to play
I don't think you're on any grass. I'm trying to
on
think of the
grass,
teams in our division. I don't think anyone plays on grass, really.
it's good.
No, I think we're safe. I'm running through the teams in my head. I think we're good.
safe.
I know, safe, because I don't want
Safe
to
from the grass.
play on grass either. I'd rather get torn up than play on grass. And
Yeah,
I like
turf is
grass
brutal.
fields, don't get me wrong, but none of them are well maintained enough to
Hmm.
really warrant it. So, all
Certainly.
right, gentlemen. Well, if there's nothing else, I want to say thanks for joining me on the first edition of the 2021 version of the As the Spheroid Bounces podcast. Best of luck to both of yous this season. Um, I think it'll be an interesting year. Championship is always pretty competitive, top to bottom. And my own team being in it, I look forward to seeing you guys across the benches there for when we play. And like I said, that's a night game, so should be a fun one.
Yeah, for
Likewise, man.
sure.
I can't wait.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, so thanks of you guys for tuning in. This was a lot of fun, a good conversation with the guys from Borussia. Um, we'll be doing this a couple more times before the start of the season. My next guest that I have lined up, I could let you know right now, is going to be Polonia, newly promoted premier team out of championship. Looking forward to having a discussion with them. They have a new co-manager this year, and they split their club into two teams. So that should be an interesting conversation when that time comes. But aside from that, thanks to all of yous for tuning in on the stream today. Um, we will get this up at YouTube for everyone else to view soon. But a good opening conversation and a lot more to come this season. Really looking forward to it, and just want to say thanks to again to all you guys for tuning in. So with that, I'll see you guys all on the pitch. Thanks.